I am right back with another video. It's Sunday. I don't know what time it is, but it's getting close to the evening time, and I just got back from the store. I usually go to the store on Saturdays, or sometimes even Friday or Thursday. But I had a very relaxed weekend, and I really didn't do a whole lot. So I kind of changed my routine this week, which I will be going back to my regular routine next weekend. I just felt like something was wrong. Like, I'm used to my little routine, you know what I mean? I do want to do different things, you know, different activities, but I like having my groceries taken, care of, like, at a certain time. I'm real picky about that. But anyway, it was very hot today, extremely hot, and I just kind of lazed around the house a little bit. I finished both my sewing projects. I finished the dress I was working on, and a couple of other things, and so I'm going to be making dinner in a few minutes. But I wanted to, kind of touch on, some of the issues that I've been, thinking about. I received an email or a message from somebody who told me that they were working for a particular company for 30 years, almost 30 years, and, they ended up getting mobbed out of their job. And, I wish that managers would pay more attention to this sort of thing. But the sad part is that a lot of managers participate in it. And, owners of companies should be paying attention to what their managers are engaging in, because oftentimes, this is destructive to a company, because, oftentimes people who are getting mobbed out of jobs are the good workers. And then also, why are you allowing this sort of harassment to be going on in your workplace when it's slowing down productivity? There's a problem with a lot of people like constantly changing jobs all the time, and most of the time it's attributed to people who are dissatisfied with their jobs. And when you boil it down, a lot of the office bickering is the result of it. So, that's just something I'd like to cover a little bit more in depth in another video about, signs of workplace mobbing and what an employer can do to nip it in the bud. But today I'm not going to focus so much on that, but more just kind of a little journal notation, because vlogging is like really important for me to keep track of like my thoughts and what's going on today. So of course, I was thinking about, I definitely want to move away from the trauma that I experienced. And so, looking for work is a very traumatizing experience, because after a while you start to become afraid of dealing with it. It was extremely traumatizing for me, being mobbed out of work, and then to have the psychotic bullshit behavior because of the community harassment. So all of that has left a lot in me. Like, it's like you become almost not agoraphobic, but I'm more like leery, because I don't expect to be harassed in a place of business, and it's like a surreal feeling, but at the same time, staying where I'm at is basically, killing me from the inside and out. It's like I'm just not motivated. I feel extremely depressed and lagging all the time. It's not good for me. And also it's attached to the reminder of the psychotic behavior of my family, which is something I really do need to get over. And so it's kind of important for me to move on as soon as I possibly can. But I want to find something for the long term, and so I have to, do the best I can to find something that's going to be a good fit for me. So, but at the same time, I don't waste my time like looking for jobs that I don't think I'm going to be happy in. I don't want to focus so much on the wrongdoing of other people at this moment, because, I'm trying to move on from that. I think I've made it in that clear, but I know that there's times where I do. I mean, it hits me. It's like, the anger, the frustration, the injustice can get to the point where I just have to express it. You know what I mean? I have to express it, because it can get overwhelming. It really can. But then at the same time, I know it's not something I should harp on, but, what do? I can fully understand how a lot of this time, like I said before, a lot of times this results in some sort of violence, although I would never resort to doing something like that. But, you're basically playing with somebody's life, okay? And it certainly does have, its psychological effects on people, as well as financial and everything else. So, but anyway, it was a pretty good weekend. Went and got groceries, did a little bit of light shopping yesterday. Had to get some, household stuff like soap and whatnot. So I'm just kind of trying to enjoy the rest of the Sunday, waiting for the sun to go down, and then I'll take a shower and settle in. That's like my favorite part of the night, really, because it seems like after I take a shower, for some reason I get this energy, it's like. So I start piddling around and working on my crafts and stuff. So I tend to feel better in the evenings than I do during the day. A lot of it has to do with the work week, but I'm happier when the day is ended and I'm just here at my house. But I want that to change, because I really do miss going to work. I miss, new things. I miss, working with other people. And it gets really tiring because I've been socially isolated for a few years now. And that has really put me in a very uncomfortable situation. It's like I'm not happy being socially isolated. I will say that, I do understand that, and I truly do believe that, the heart and the nature of man is evil. I do believe that. And this obviously proves it. But I do believe that. But, it's still like you still need to interact with other people. And, as you get to know people, you tend to warm up to them and you develop more relationships with people, on a one-on-one basis. And that's important. You have to keep going. And, I'm not saying that I hate people or anything like that. Am I leery of people? You got to be in this world where... we're living in a world where people don't know right from wrong, and people are, persecuting people for crimes when they're the criminals and this sort of stuff. And I'm more than aware of the injustices of the world, more than I've ever been. I mean, I knew the world was crooked, but this is just really, really opened my eyes to just how extreme it is. So, it's made me a little bit more reserved than, I should be, because I'm very outgoing, actually. I mean, I enjoy socializing, I really do. I mean, but I have my limits, and unfortunately I've always been put in situations where, I'm dealing with people trying to hold my job over me, dangling my future, my life, my goals, my dreams, over my head, and it's extremely, extremely traumatizing. So it can't be emphasized enough, that this is something that needs to change, and not just for me, but other people as well, because like I said, companies are really the ones who hurt a lot from this. I mean, don't get me wrong, my psychological self, who I am, it has really gone through it. I mean, and find out that, your weird, crazy family is basically having your house put under surveillance. They're working against you. I can tell you that it honestly feels like it's a very eerie, creepy feeling, because lately the memories have been coming back of a lot of things that happened to me in my past, and now I can pinpoint exactly the people who've caused me so much pain. And I'm going to tell you that issue supersedes any other issue that is going on in my life. Because it literally makes me sick to my stomach. It literally does. It makes me ill. So obviously you can understand why I need to continue to move on and do what I can to move on. It's sick. It's sick. To realize what your family really is. So anyway, I need to get off that subject. So anyway, working on some crafts and stuff like that, and I keep thinking, it really would be nice to have like a friend, like a girlfriend to do things with, like somebody who had like extra time, somebody who I could always call up and she's always ready to hit the ground running and go, you know, like, because I could be spontaneous too, but I just don't really have anyone to connect with at the moment. You know, but I want people to do things with, you know what I mean? I don't really do anything, and it's like really hard for me to go out and meet people at work or whatever because I'm sitting here socially isolated all the time, or put in an environment where, you know, I'm supposed to be in competition that I have no interest in being in, you know what I mean? So, you know, I definitely need to find quality people to associate with, and it's, you know, I'm sure they're out there. It's just that my daily routine doesn't allow me to go out and meet people, you know, and that's kind of unfortunate, but that's just the way it is, you know. But, you know, yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I'm not the kind of person who wants to socialize every single day, but, you know, I miss, you know, going out and having someone to talk to. I miss having, you know, a girlfriend to come over to my house, hang out, pedal around in my kitchen. I mean, I used to have this one girl who would come over and we would hang out, eat, you know, stay out real late at night, just talk, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, you know. I'm hoping that'll change soon because I really do need a girlfriend. And when I'm talking about girlfriend, I'm talking about platonic girlfriend, okay? Don't get any weird ideas. So anyway, that was my weekend, and not bad, but hopefully next weekend will be a little bit more exciting. So I'm going to wrap up this video, and I'll hope you have a wonderful Sunday evening and a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.